All right, Garpy, how is the bootcamp? How do you like the boys? Does it make you tired a bit to have so many people at your home at some point?
Um, no, it's fine. It's actually been quite nice
Hmm.
playing because, as you know, the game at the moment online isn't the best
Yeah,
with
yeah,
all the hit reg, but
yeah.
actually all being on the same connection
Hmm.
with a 5 ping
It
is
makes it much
actually,
better.
yeah, it's a lot better. You only
Hmm.
get a little bit of bullshit.
Hmm. True.
So it's actually been nice practicing,
Hmm.
because I think most people online have adapted to, I would say, bad habits that don't work when on a low ping.
That might be. That might be.
Uh,
I also think it's gonna be super important as soon as you guys get in to the Quakecon, sit down like you remember last times we had some
yeah,
problems. Sit down and get as many games as possible online to see because it also the game again gonna be different there, right?
yeah,
Probably. Like hopefully
yeah,
not,
hundred
but
percent.
probably it's gonna be different. So you need to gather as much information as you can in the shortest period of time. So I think that will be the only advice I would give to myself if I were going and to give you guys. Um, how do you feel like yourself? How do you feel your game is right now? Do you feel ready? Your group is
Um,
kind of tough, right? I think it's the toughest group out of all.
yeah, the group of death, as
Group of
always.
death,
I
yeah.
I, I always get it, mate. It
True,
doesn't matter if I qualify first or
true.
qualify last or qualify wherever. I just seem to
Or
always get the
or
worst group.
or you got cooler in the first round of bracket.
Yeah, no, it's normally Rafa, mate.
I
I think
remember,
the
I
last
remember, I
the
remember you
last
had.
4 years,
Okay, I remember back in the days in Quake 4 or Quake 3 or Quake Live,
it
you
was
had you usually had cooler in
cooler.
the yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to it, mate. Well, if I actually get through, then at least I know. I think if I get through my group, I'll have a newfound confidence, and
All
then
right,
people in the playoffs need to be
careful.
careful.
I think that was kind of similar story when you almost took down cYpheR in Italy, right? Was it
Yeah,
Italy?
yeah,
It was like 3-2 game, like super
yeah,
close,
yeah,
and cYpheR was fighting to get into the league, and it was
yeah,
like really on the edge. And then cYpheR went really, really far in that tournament
yeah,
because later on he beat Rafa, he beat Kron, someone else, and then later on in
yeah,
semis, I think, or like quarters, he beat Rafa actually.
yeah,
Crazy tournament as well. I lost documents back then.
yeah.
And by the way, because of that, I also had shit tons of problem nowadays. Cause like I will explain that later in the other videos. But yeah, but like back then, like my documents were stolen actually.
Oh,
Like when I
yeah.
was going to Italy. Anyways, how is okay, I got the same question as for everyone in the interview because it's super interesting for me. Like you got Raisy, like which has like super good base of the game, like extremely good aim, good champion pool. Like he plays clutch, he plays skill bearer. All of his maps are extremely good. Like if this time he gets into the grand final, what do you think he needs to change or switch? Because it's always a little bit of a switch to win this time the trophy.
Um, I don't know. It seems to me it's like he loses a bit of steam. I think because he seems to lose in the upper bracket, then he'll go through the loser bracket, beating all these guys, and
Yeah,
then really tough matches, gets through it all, and then in the final, he's like, I don't know. I don't know if he's just mentally drained because it's like he don't get
probably.
a break. He don't get a
Yeah,
break. It's
yeah.
like, so maybe he feels pressured. So basically, just take a little bit of time, refresh his mind before he goes in there.
Mhm.
Um, but also, I don't know. I don't know. It's always super close as well.
Yeah.
It's like the other person. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's the unluckiest person ever. But every time he gets into a final, the person he's playing has the best game they've ever had in their life. They're
True.
hitting everything. They're doing everything,
True.
and he still makes it close. It's like, why
Yeah.
can't they just have a
Yeah.
normal game?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my phone.
No problem.
Sign on that. But yeah, hopefully he's playing well. So I, I, I I hope he wins one. That's what I hope.
I
He's the
think that
most
will be.
consistent
Yeah. I think.
player.
Yeah. I think that will be great storyline for people actually finally having someone else winning. Um, what? Who is your favorite basically aside of like Raisy
Me.
and
No.
you obviously.
Um, what do you mean, my favorite player, or
No,
do you
the
mean
guy to
the
win. The guy to win.
oh the guy
Who,
to win?
yeah, who has the biggest
Well,
chances in your opinion?
I would say watching practice and how they're playing, I would say probably Marco.
Yeah, he's my
Um,
favorite. He's my favorite actually, and Kilson. So I think it's like something between them. But I think Marco has the best shape ever,
yeah,
and he's even better than the year when he actually won Quakecon
yeah,
2021, I believe. So I think
yeah.
he has extremely good chances if he uses his time when he gets there and practice and gets to know the PC and stuff like this. I think it's gonna be super good. Good. By the way, do you guys have any like 500 monitor hertz there, or you didn't have a chance to
No,
try it yet?
not tried them yet, mate. Any 360s?
Curious how it's gonna affect
Yeah,
players. You need to adjust
yeah. See what they like.
sensitivity a bit, so it's also the
Yeah,
thing.
I did that. I did that every game anyway, mate. I'm
All
used
right.
to it.
How do you think tank's gonna change on land? Do you think they're gonna be slightly nerfed and maybe strong stage gonna have a hard time?
Um, I'm not sure. Because tanks online, I don't know. Scalebearer seems really strong at the moment. You can play him on
Mhm,
pretty much any map, and he's a
mhm,
nightmare to play against.
mhm.
On LAN, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe the same. It's just if the person can change the game style to suit the tank and not.
Mhm.
I think with certain tanks, you have to play them a certain way, and certain people's play style don't suit tanks.
Okay.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Because you have to play like super safe, but then you can go super aggressive when you
Accelerate.
go
Yeah.
full. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you get caught out, then you get punished. So yeah. But I don't know. I think we will see tanks picked quite a lot. I
Mhm.
think.
All right. So, what? Who is your first game? It's Tux or Sparty?
I think. You know what? I haven't even looked. I think it's Sparty.
All right.
I think.
If you had a little bit more time of practicing, let's say another 2 weeks, what would be the one thing you would like to improve or change or still work on? Because whenever I went to tournaments, I never felt like fully satisfied with my practice. I always thought, okay, I can work on this, I can work on that. It's like never 100%. And I think it's for every player actually. Like, what would you like to work on more before this tournament?
Um,
Or you
it's hard
already
to
perfect
say.
player and you don't
No,
need
yeah, I'm perfect, mate. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a walk in
perfect
the park.
human. Yep.
um, it's hard. I don't know because sometimes my aim, but then my aim. I think me, it's just my confidence, mate. I
Okay.
think my confidence is I know I can play at the top level, but
Mhm.
it's like I struggle with my confidence. It's like every
Yeah.
game I think I'm going to lose.
Okay.
It's and I shouldn't be thinking that. And I think
Mhm.
I'm in a lot better shape now than I have been for the last 2 years,
I
with
think
just
so. Yeah.
personal reasons that my head just wasn't in Quake.
Okay.
Um, but now I'm feeling better. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, my time. The thing is that's frustrating though with
Mhm.
playing Quake online is
Mhm.
I feel like I'm not doing much wrong, but I'm getting punished. But I
Okay.
don't know if I'm getting punished because it's me or
Or
because
if
of how
it's
the game's
online.
running.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but I'm getting punished for it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
do I
You don't.
change?
Yeah. Do you don't even know if you should change or
Yeah,
not? Yeah.
and I think the boot camp has actually helped out quite a lot,
To
as in
understand. Yeah.
to understand a lot of the stuff that's being done online at the moment.
Mhm.
You can't get away with it when we're
Mhm.
all on the same connection. You get punished for it. It's just
Mhm.
this plus forward, no brain. I'm gonna run in because I can get in there and I can do
Mhm.
damage without you seeing me, or I'm eating
Mhm.
you around
Mhm.
corners, or I'm doing this. It just don't happen.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of players that are doing really well online at the moment.
Mhm.
I'm going to be very interested to see
How they
how they
gonna
do
do it?
when
Yeah.
it's on land.
Same. I'm super interested how, first of all, Strong Siege gonna do. Second of all, how's Nosfa gonna do? Because in my opinion, like for example, with Nosfa, it's like a lot of about the servers and like I think the high pingers they kind of used to different kind of aiming, like with this
Yeah,
delay. I don't know if you probably had this feeling in Quick Live Quick 3 when after hours of hours playing on higher ping, you kind of understood the delay. So you are
Yeah.
actually predicting where to shoot railgun or where to like adjust the LG and stuff like this. I think it's a lot about that with them. Anyway, I would like to ask you a question as a player and as a man who runs the Myztro and helps with like organizing things like as from organization perspective. If there is another season of Quake Pro League, what would you like
Yeah.
to see as a change in format or in the game or maybe in the marketing itself or like whatever you think you would like to change or maybe opening up the league for more players or maybe switching to tournament system or like maybe having more like LANs or like finals but less prize pool, like whatever you feel
Yeah.
like.
Um, you know what I would really like,
Hmm.
and I don't know if it's ever, I don't know if it's possible.
All right.
Is one, I think I'm talking more about the game than and the
All
league,
right.
but is one to make it open source so the
Hmm.
community can start
Those stuff,
adding
yeah.
to, like they did in Quake
Yeah.
3 and that they could, you could create your own, get like maps. This, it brings the community more into the game.
Hmm.
Also look at Quake 4.
Yeah.
Quake 4 was so bad when it was released,
Yeah.
then you had someone develop Q4 Max
Yeah.
and it was so much better. And they do this for nothing. You get what I mean? The community are doing it because
Hmm.
they love the game.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm thinking with Quake Champions.
Hmm.
Why not just make it open source? Let someone else do some programming who might actually know what they're doing. You get what I mean? And actually
Yeah.
can fix the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it gets the community more involved. But tournament structure, I would like to see. Yeah, I would like to see more lands. Split up the league because I think the league being, is it 15, 16 weeks long is, I think I
It's
think
too
people
long, I
get
think.
bored. They
Yeah.
get bored and like say halfway through, you kind of know who's at the top, who's at
True.
the bottom, who's in
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
So you don't get excited to watch it. Where if
Hmm.
it's broken down a little bit more and you had maybe two stops and like
Hmm.
had a, like you say, have a smaller prize pool and
Yeah.
do another event and then
Hmm.
have the league split into like twice a year and then
Hmm.
it's the hype to build up and then more qualifiers, so you got the hype of the qualifiers, more players
Yeah.
playing it.
Yep.
um Also, the I actually enjoyed the, if you was at the bottom of the league, that you had to
Hmm.
play for your spot. You get
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
quite. You get what I mean? It's
Interesting.
like, yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
it, and the pressure and it was pretty. And then also, it means something if you finish last.
Yeah.
People in the pro league don't want to finish last because potentially,
Hmm.
shit, I'm going to lose my spot,
True.
or I've got to fight for my spot.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and I think also in between, because I watch a lot of other games, CS and whatever
Hmm.
else,
Hmm.
League of Legends. One thing Quake doesn't do is in between games,
Hmm.
like in the Pro League,
Hmm.
they should be doing stuff to, I don't know, silly
Entertain
stuff.
people.
Yeah,
Entertain
see,
people. Yeah.
instead of saying back in 10 minutes and
Hmm.
then have a countdown timer,
Hmm.
just have either an interview with Rafa or something else, or
Or
when
like
you go
analyst
to the,
this, analyst
yeah,
desk. Like yeah.
and like I say, I watch CS and stuff, and they've got the pro players like from two different teams playing beer pong against each other, just
True.
silly crap.
Yeah.
That, to be fair, the community are like, oh, this is funny. You get what I mean? Just
Yeah.
fun stuff to fill the gaps in, but then it's also building the players' profile and following, and you get what I mean. It gets people more involved. The community like, oh, I like this guy. You get what I mean? He's quite. I don't know. I
Exactly.
think there could be a lot more done to push Quake. We all know it's never going to be a massive game. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's a niche game, but for how many little people play it, it has such people, like quite a lot of people watching it for who
Hmm.
play it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyone who watches Quake are like, oh, we love watching Quake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
We don't play it, but we think it's amazing, the adrenaline, this, that. So yeah, I think just get the audience more involved in the tournaments, basically.
Exactly. That's what I thought as well, and it's nice to hear it from you and from your perspective because as I said, like you are not the only player, you're also helping your players and you're looking at it from different perspective. You probably also want to see Quake grow and have it better for the next season and stuff like this. Anyway, Garpy, I'm not gonna hold you anymore. I want to wish you good luck. Like have a rest today, like it's your last day, you're flying out tomorrow with the boys. I wish all of you good luck. I'm gonna watch the Quakecon tournament. I will try to do some content as well. And hopefully you're gonna qualify to the next season and it's gonna all be great. And thank you for your time.
No problem, mate. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you.